We just got in a massive collection over the weekend, hundreds of pounds in multiple boxes. It's right here. And I'm gonna start with this one, which Alpal got them all unboxed. He can't even remember where this collection came from. Maybe he does now, I don't know, but originally he couldn't remember. I have no idea what we got. And all I know is that I lifted some of these into the barn and there's like some 60, 65 pound boxes in here. So there's a lot of stuff. But sweet mercy, this is not what I expected. Some big box PC games. Wild artwork. You got Civilization 2. That's actually kind of cool. This reminds me of YouTuber Metal Jesus Rocks. He's a big PC game collector and used to design PC games back in the day. Half-Life. I think that one actually has some value for the PC, and a lot of times big box ones in general do. Like this one probably, early Half-Life Platinum Edition. I'd be willing to bet, Brother Dave, that has some value, but I have no idea. Then we have Die by the Sword, Oni. Who knows? In general, we don't buy PC stuff, but that's actually kind of interesting. This Super Mario World box has definitely seen better days. I don't know if the game's in there or not. I don't think it is. You got a Wii Zapper and some strategy guides. What do we got? Dark Cloud, Halo 2, Luigi's Mansion, Pokemon, Ruby and Sapphire. Looks like they got them at a garage sale for $1 a piece, which is definitely a win on a Pokemon guide or a Smash Melee. That's terrible shape, but that's still cool. Sunshine, love it. Assassin's Creed, Super Game Boy, and Star Wars Battlefront. And one thing we're gonna try to effectively do today is start to implement an organization system for, one, Amazon, which we've been doing a lot better with, and we talked about that in recent videos, but two, Whatnot. It's kind of chaotic right now. We don't have many great systems. We're doing 3 auctions a week. It's kind of hard to figure out what our auctions are gonna be every week, so we wanna come up with some systems to kind of predict and help Noel Baby, who's been doing a lot of the auctions, help him have more options that are easy to see.
I like options.
But I already know that we have a bin that is labeled strategy guides, which we sell all these on Whatnot, and I think those can go right in there. Big box PC, that's gonna be a very miscellaneous type of bin. But I think we're just gonna try to figure out if we can come up with some systems on the fly here and get some things implemented as we go.
And also, real quick, shout out to our channel sponsor, XYAB. We absolutely love them. Use our code below for $50 off your first order of $100 or more. Or if you're a returning buyer, you can now get $50 off an order of $500 or more. Isn't that right, Noel Baby?
Yeah, it is.
Next box looks like a couple hundred games. It's definitely got the weight of a couple hundred games. I think some of these are gonna be okay for Amazon, but a lot of these are gonna be just under $10 value. No, nothing too crazy. This is one that we do sell, like Gran Turismo 3. Apparently got some case damage in shipping. This is just a little side note here. If you're shipping, one, use pirateship.com. That's smart. I think they may have done that here. But two, try to keep your packages under 50 pounds, because I think with Post Office and UPS, they give you an extra surcharge, usually about $20 more, just if it's over 50 pounds. So you go from 50 to 51, you're adding $20 at least. At least if you're buying your labels through Pirate Ship, that's how that tends to work. Breaking it up into more boxes just makes sense for everybody. Then I don't have to break my back. Next row of games. Let's see. Do we have anything standing out? I mean, there's PS3, there's 360. A lot of this is just gonna be good Amazon stuff. Ratchet & Clank, Going Commando, Ratchet Deadlocked. I mean, just a lot of that $10 to $20 range type of game. They add up fast. we've talked about the way we're gonna process games moving forward, because we're getting a few thousand games a week through buy list submissions, through collections, and we're selling a few thousand, or sending off a few thousand a week to Amazon now. And one big part of the process for us is the case swapping, because every game we sell, we want to make sure it's in excellent condition. So if the case needs swapping, we get our replacement cases through XYAB. We got to swap them, but one of the hiccups in the process is how long it takes to swap 500 to 1,000 cases a week, whatever it might be. It's a big job and it's a lot of hours, so we're trying to do it as efficiently as possible. So if we can take the disc straight from the machine and put it into the new case instead of putting it in the old case, then the new case, that would save time in the process. So we're gonna start putting our discs on spindles according to their console type. We're gonna test it out a little bit. Basically the ones that need case swaps, we're gonna put over there. So we have light clean and deep clean, and then Blu-ray we just clean on one setting. If you have an Echo Master machine and you're cleaning discs, I'm sure you can kind of understand what we're doing there. If not, it's Amazon lingo for we're trying to get as efficient as possible. And that's our goal in every aspect of the business, which we've been obsessed with. We went from last November sending about 800 to 1,200 games a week to now in March, April sending, gosh, probably to 4,000 games a week the last 3 or 4 weeks. So we've tripled our output, and we have the same team that we did in November, essentially. So we're encouraged by some of the efficiencies that have happened, and we're still trying to get even more efficient so we can keep the gravy train rolling and keep buying games like crazy, keep selling games like crazy. And
that's what's fun about this business is you might think that you need to just hire 1 million people,
Yeah.
or you could get really, really, really good with the team that you already have. And then
Yeah.
once you have that system in place, then adding people to a really good system could be even potentially better.
yeah, I completely agree with that mindset. Like, don't hire until you've got stuff dialed in. I would say, like, people can solve your problems if you hire them, but it's even better if they come into a fully working great system that they can just get plugged right into, which is kind of what Nolan has been able to do, though we're still improving. But like, he came into a Whatnot setup and all these things with shipping and everything that was like dialed in. And even with the Amazon stuff, when he helps prep games, like, we had systems in place, whereas before he was here, we all kind of had to know what to do, and it was hard to train. But it forces you to get things in place if you bring people along into the journey, because good luck training them. It's in one of those 12 bins. It's sold. Sorry, good luck. Go find it. That's how it used to be for eBay and stuff. But we're trying to get better at that. So hopefully we can figure out some good systems for Whatnot moving forward. That was a lot of games. They're all kind of on spindles now, you know, getting ready to be cleaned in their various stacks. We're gonna go with the next box right here, which has a Nintendo with a game. Wow, baseball. Bummer of a game, to be honest, but that's okay. Mario Tennis. It's a pretty fun one. Here's some PSP. Got some movies and Ratchet and Clank. Crazy how the UMD movies were a thing on PSP. There's so many. Minecraft. And we've got more PSP. The movies don't tend to be worth hardly anything, so we pretty much always sell those in big lots. Some people collect them. 3DS XL, and this is you can already see this has a broken hinge right there. Somehow it still stays, but that entire part is broken off. We do have people that repair those, and usually we just sell them for other people to repair. So that's something you'll find us doing pretty frequently on Whatnot, because we get multiple like handhelds or whatever in a week that need some attention. Okay, and then the next stack of games, we got some Vita. Good condition Vita here. Ninja Gaiden, Mortal Kombat, Puyo Puyo Tetris, more PSP. Something interesting. What is that? It's a Dreamcast, like modern made. Captain Tamade. Tesla Grad, Rayman Legends, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, Monkey Ball, and one of the greatest local party games of all time right there, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Love seeing GameCube. So that's that little box. Then we got this one here with a bunch of controllers. This is actually, these are kind of cool. These were original releases, which took me a long time to realize, but the clear back, indigo front, Nintendo brand, we've actually got 2 of them. A little bit harder to find than most of the colors of GameCube controllers. Maybe right about as hard to find as like a Spice Orange. That's kind of a cool 360 controller. I can't even think of what design that is. Matt, you're our local Xbox boy. Just kidding. Matt's a Sony boy. He has no idea what that is. Pal?
That's a red and black 360 controller.
Red and black 360 controller. Thank you, Pal.
I thought it was for Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing could be. Glad it checks out. And then we got Shantae for Vita. Half Genie Hero. I did not expect that to be in that box. But there's like...
That is an exclusive radioactive edition. Don't know what that means, but that's what it is.
This is?
Yep.
Radioactive Xbox 360 controller. I'm going to go ahead and not hold that anymore. And we'll move on to the next box, which has an N64 with an expansion pack and a GameCube Switch controller, which those are actually really nice. The cords are a little bit longer on these ones, I think. Even longer on the Wii U ones. I don't know. The Wii U ones are the best possible wired GameCube controller, in my opinion, because of the length. Holy cow, this just got interesting. That's what I'm talking about. All right, well, they're jumping right out at us. A sealed Pokemon Black. Now, I think the verdict is in on what we paid for this collection. It was somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000. So I was starting to get concerned. There was like close to 300 games that we went through there, so that adds up pretty quick. But we got to have some big ones in there too. So that's an
sealed?
interesting one. That is sealed. Sesame Street,
What?
custom stylus, and then. Hey, we got a Sesame Street collector in the house. I think these are all sealed, actually. Prince of Persia, Sonic Colors, that's pretty cool. Ukulele, that's nice. Wii Sports Resort, and that actually is sealed. Cruisin' Blast. Oh, that's not sealed. I was gonna say that would actually be kind of cool. It's like got the sticker over the top, but it's not sealed. We'll have to make sure that wasn't entered as sealed in the price charting. Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins for PSP. You got the Wii Sports sealed, and then another Wii Sports. Oh, that's kind of cool. Persona Dancing All Night for Vita. That's interesting. That could be worth something. Could be a pricey one. GTA, Realm Reborn, Jack 2, Sega Superstar Tennis, Hitman. We've got Madden 20, Beyond Two Souls, Goku, Bizarra, Samurai Heroes. And then this is actually a little security device that it came in at the store. Still hanging in it. OG Xbox. We'll sell it exactly like that. I mean, that's kind of cool. Tack and the Great Juju Challenge. Okay, 3 little boxes. Let's see about this next one. So I think these boxes were within this giant box right here. That thing was like 70 pounds. I think those are GameCube, don't you?
Yeah, definitely in the GameCube.
Those are GameCube cases. This could be a good box. Let's see. Star Wars Rogue Leader, Final Fantasy, Mario Dance Dance Revolution, Spider-Man, Harry Potter, nothing too crazy, but GameCube is always nice to see. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, NFL QB Club, Kobe Bryant in NBA Courtside, Pac-Man World 2, Pikmin, Street 2, lovely game. Still holds up pretty well to this day. NFL Street, the first one, Luigi's Mansion. People are always asking for this. Launch title for GameCube, pretty iconic. People still love it to this day. It sells really, really well. Over the Hedge was in there, one of the greatest flicks of all time. Just kidding, but it's still pretty good. Bionicle, Batman Begins, Godzilla, NFL 2K3, Spider-Man, All-Star Baseball, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, which they are remaking. 3 and 4
I did
together.
see that.
There's another one. What's in the next one? This looks like a bunch of PS1 or Dreamcast.
Sure.
All right. Actually, that's a little more exciting. Okay, Simpsons Hit and Run for PS2. Fighting Force 2. There is some PS1 as well. Simpsons Skateboarding.
Probably most.
Street
PS2.
2. A good mix. Pac-Man World. Cardinal Sin for PS1. Pitball. Power Rangers. NFL Blitz 2001. Love Midway games. Most Midway games are a good time. They were a good publisher. GTA 2, GTA 1, Resident Evil Outbreak, Metal Gear Solid. We do not pay very much on disc-only games in general, so I guess they're still willing to sell those. In this case, Spyro Year of the Dragon, Oddworld, 25 to Life, Crash, Ratchet and Clank, Rayman Rush. Still some nice disc-onlys in here, though. More desirable ones. Ridge Racer, Croc 2, Crash Bash, Destruction Derby, Digimon. Straight up Digimon World. Warpath, Jurassic Park, that's a nice one. I think that's Tekken 2 with a flipped-over manual. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, iconic. Warzone, The King of Fighters 99. Let's see what else we got in here. So we've got more Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. There's Die Hard Trilogy, NFL Blitz 2000, nothing too crazy in there. Rayman, I think I saw the case for that. Oh, there it is.
Right there.
Need for Speed 3. A lot of these discs make me very thankful that we have really good disc cleaners because a lot of them need some love. And they're going to be looking beautiful once they are cleaned. Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone, Street Fighter Alpha,
Yep.
Warriors Dreams, that's a pretty good one. Twisted Metal 3, and Namco Museum for the Dreamcast. So that's that batch. I got to go through, process through all this, and then we'll continue on after that. Take it away, Al Pal.
So, American Bash, for those of you know and whatnot, and on the Discord, he had something special for me that we talked about me purchasing for my Lord of the Rings collection. I see this, and it is a lot larger than I thought it was going to be.
It's exciting.
So, and he said he had some 3 freebies to throw in, which I don't know what those are, but
Let's look at the freebies. He said one thing in here is for me, too. And he said it would be obvious. Oh, I'm going to guess
definitely
that's
not
it.
that. I think it's this for you, Chase.
No, I want that. I want that. Is this the Pokemon Rumble
I think
figure
it's the Pokemon
new?
Rumble U, Chase.
It's just one random one?
Huh.
No, that's how they sold them. So but this is for Pokemon Rumble U
Yeah, those are some cool figures.
for the Wii U.
I had no idea that's where they came in.
I didn't either. I just had a collection of loose ones that I got at Goodwill, but this came out in 2013. They're actually quite rare, and to find one new is insane. I don't know how much he wants for this, but I'll have to text him. That's pretty cool too, though.
Yeah.
Is that HeroClix?
HeroClix.
Like that's a
Figure?
board game, right?
I think so. Like, do I keep this sealed or do I open them? I don't know.
I guess that's up to you.
I guess that is up
They
to
were
me.
$19.99 from somewhere.
They'd be cool to I don't know. That's cool, though. All right, there's that.
Ooh.
And then,
Is that
Warrior
the
Hero.
new one?
What?
I haven't even seen
I haven't
this.
either. That's
Dang.
a sweet cover
I
art.
haven't
4K.
seen that. Holy crap, we're going to have to watch
Steelbook.
it. Oh, it's sealed, though. Oh, darn.
I think you should
Oh,
watch
it's by
it.
the user.
I think you should watch it.
Oh.
Wow.
What? Oh,
Wow.
this is part of this. This is okay. So this gives it away. Shadow Bore Mithril Edition. So that's the ring.
Trying to see what is in here because I don't know.
Sealed soundtrack with it too.
Ready?
And then this.
Oh,
What?
That
The-
is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Oh my goodness. I don't know what my wife is gonna say.
yeah. Let's get that thing out.
Oh.
It feels scary. You want to leave it?
It's not super heavy. So it's got to be like hollow inside or something, but so this is in the
Good look. That's insane. Look at the little guy. Just a little
That's
guy.
Italian.
Cute little guy.
going after a bell rock. Oh my gosh.
This is crazy.
Wow. I don't know where I'm going to put this, but I'm having to figure it out. That is super cool.
Dang.
All right. Yep, I'm gonna have to buy a shelf now.
Big shelf.
A big shelf. I did not know I was gonna have to buy this big a shelf. We'll see what my wife thinks.
She's gonna love it.
She's gonna love it.
Yeah.
My
Every wife loves this type of thing in their bedroom.
if you guys don't know right now, my collection is just on like the top of my dresser in our bedroom, and it's overflowing now with stuff, and this will not fit on there. So she's probably gonna be happy that I have to move it elsewhere. But we have a small house, so we'll see where it goes. But
Yeah, I mean, my collection got to the point, so I built a barn to put it in upstairs.
yeah, I'll try to convince her of that.
Yeah, build
Build a barn part 2. We'll see.
Back to the collection. We've got another box, and this one looks pretty interesting. Looks like we have 3 boxed NES games. NES Open and Tetris 2 in there. Some PSP, nothing crazy. You got Psychonauts on PS2. That's a nice one. And it is complete. Some N64 titles. My favorite N64 Mario Party, Mario Party 2, Paper Mario, and Gex. And we got some NES games. Star Tropics, Tiny Toon, Mario Duck Hunt, Zoda's Revenge. There's a long box PS1. Darkstalkers, The Night Warriors. That is a wild looking cover art. Mario Bros. 3, one of the top games that we receive on our buy list right there. Yoshi as well. Mario Duck Hunt. We also received that one like crazy. There's some controllers. There's a Game Boy. A Game Boy SP, the Flame Red. That's the OG SP that I had as a kid. I always love seeing this one. It's a 001, which means this one's dead. It's not an even brighter screen, so the colors that are usually the brighter ones are the graphite, which is a dark gray, and then pearl pink and pearl blue. Those are like your 101s, and the Pikachu one. People always ask, is it a 101? That's because the screen is like so much brighter, and it's the best handheld ever made.
It's more better quality too.
Yes.
If you compare the two, it's way better.
It's very crispy, very nice. But even this is still really solid for a handheld. This was the most interesting looking part of the whole thing, a bunch of handheld games with Heart Gold right on top. And that is one that we buy loose on the buy list. On our website, we have a Pokemon Authenticity Guide. If you just Google Pokemon Authenticity Guide 2, it'll come right up. You can bookmark it, save it. We've had some people send us fake Pokemons, and we send them right to that Authenticity Guide. Sky Guy spent a lot of time making it. It's really good, and it's free. So it'll everything you need to know, and you can actually use it for just authenticity of general DS games, general GBA games, Game Boy games. And it'll help you out if that's something that you need. If you've ever bought a fake Pokemon, it's very sad because it's a big difference from authentic as far as value goes. Tetris, Donkey Kong, TMNT 2 for Game Boy, New Super Mario Bros, Backyard Baseball, Mario 64. There's another Tetris, unfortunately with a cracked cartridge. Super Mario Land 2, Home Alone 2, Toy Story Racer, SpongeBob, Wheel of Fortune, Paperboy, Asteroids. That's got to be a Pokemon. What do you think, Brother Dave? I'm going to go with black 2.
Oh, definitely platinum.
Black 2, wow.
Gosh, did you already look at it?
I did not. So I knew because it had to be, I think it's basically just all the Pokemons there are authentic. So that's good to see. A couple manuals. Nothing crazy, but manuals for some of our Game Boy games. Nice little box right there. Let's go on to the next one. This is like a lot of shipping, this collection. Oh boy. Guitars, guys. We got guitars. UMDs for PSP. When we're getting so like obsessed with our systems and processes, it's hard when you get stuff that's completely against any of your systems and processes of efficiency. And these would qualify as that. That being said, they are worth a good bit. There's a lot of people that want them, and they're worth processing. So like, we're gonna do it. But there's some people that we know that have full businesses based on these 6-figure incomes, buying and selling Guitar Hero and Rock Band guitars and drums. Their opportunity is everywhere, and this is one thing that you could probably do. If you want to do a business, this is a great way to separate yourself, because a lot of resellers do not want to deal with these, especially like the bigger sellers, the huge sellers that are doing, you know, tens of millions of dollars a year on Amazon. These are problems to them that they want solved most of the time. So you can be the person that comes in and solves that problem, buys them, tests them, gets them all going, and sells them. Like, it's a great business to be in if you're willing to put in the work. And I commend our boy Seth Tanner does that. He does a great job with it. And the others that do it, I commend you, because it is very hard and you're separating yourself in a great way. And I respect the heck out of it. Look at that. We got a box PS3 in here. There's a Wii U microphone. That's so exciting. Let's look at this though. This is actually exciting. Nice. Boxed PS3, 120 gigabyte. What else is in here? Ooh, even better. Boxed GameCube. A good old Indigo. And then a boxed PSP. And a Mario Party microphone. Look at that. Did not expect that to be the last little thing in the box. Let's go to the next one. We're keeping it rolling. Right here, we got games. Not bad. You got some Sega Master System in there with Wonder Boy. That's kind of one of their bigger titles of old. Master System was kind of a competitor to the Nintendo Entertainment System. That's an Atlas golf game, which is crazy. Golf Grand Slam. Ghosts and Goblins, a pretty good one in there. And then there's a bunch of games, and these are actually like really good sellers for us for the most part. Like the Guitar Heroes sell really well, SmackDown vs. Raw, Sonic, the Orange Box. So this is a nice box that will sell extremely fast on Amazon for us. And it's double deep. There's another layer of goodies down below. So I'm gonna say there's probably about another 150 games in here. And there's some interesting ones like Way of the Samurai for PS2. Maybe this is where some of our value really starts to add up. Those box consoles help too. But you know, Def Jam Vendetta, NBA Street, Simpsons Road Rage, Ultimate Alliance. There's some games here that, you know, the average value might be closer to 20 bucks a game in here, and there's 150 of them. Is that $3 grand? Something like that? Yeah, $3 grand. Ish, maybe, in this box, just on quick guessing math. So the value's adding up. I was starting to wonder a little bit. We still have these 4 boxes right here, plus that giant one to go. But I'm gonna get these all processed through, and we'll get to those in a second. I've got these 4 boxes. You've got that giant 50-pounder. Let's unbox them and see whose is better.
Mine has that in it.
That is in terrible condition.
Yeah, but it's not in the worst condition I've ever seen.
You've seen some bad ones.
I have. I can see why this box is 50 pounds.
It's got some Wii's.
It's got some
Wii's.
It's got some Wii's, some a broken bin with Wii accessories. Good. We're doing great here. A fanny pack. Two fanny packs.
Whoa, what is that really bright one?
I don't know.
I
but
like
it's
that.
For you.
Oh, there's something in it.
Oh, there's a Game Boy in here.
There's a Game Boy in here.
There's a fuchsia Game Boy. And actually, it's really nice condition.
Oh. That's sad to see. That's like rusted. That's not even just corrosion. That is.
But hey, there's a Wavebird in here. That's why Wavebird's always just. Wavebird's never in good condition because everyone's like.
Play Smash Bros.
That's the only.
Well, I like my box a little better than what you've shown so far.
I have an Xbox in here, a Dreamcast in here, another guitar in here. All right, you win.
He's declaring victory with just PSP Go. We just got asked if we had one of those the other day. That is in the box too.
You won with this box alone.
I would say you're probably right. That's a pretty good box.
That's on our buy list.
Just about all of it, except for the PSP stuff. But yeah, really good Wii titles, GameCube titles. The best couple being Sonic Adventure 2 and Super Mario Sunshine.
That's over $100 game.
Is it really?
I think now it is.
That's crazy.
There we go. That's a better box for me to compete with.
The 3 N64 controllers, their first party, and a console.
All right.
Then we've got, there's a buy list box.
Wow, that is definitely a buy list box. That is a nice box.
Our most our top 2 most bought games: 1, Wii Sports; 2, Mario Kart Wii; and maybe 3 is Wii Sports Resort.
Super Mario Galaxy is definitely up there.
Yep, Mario Party 8's up there. Wii Party, we buy a lot of. Pokemons, we always are buying. We pay really well on those.
Yeah, there's a lot of Wii Sports in here too.
I'm gonna guess these are Wii Sports as well. Well, I was right on one of them. And the last one
It's a good box. Hopefully this, and that's
is GameCube. What's the best one? Mario Party 7. I love Mario Party 7.
not a GameCube game you see very often. The Polar Express
I would agree.
and Hello Kitty Rescue.
It's not normally what you think of when you think of GameCube.
Some people do, I'm sure, Chase. People have played
You're
these.
all right. For those that do, I apologize.
Curious George, I have the whole series of this in a book form for my son. I can't wait to read it to him when he's older.
Those are good.
It was a great series as a kid. Well, clear winner. If we're talking about sheer value, you win.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about stuff that's really cool, like, you won. But if we're talking about what's best for the business, you
I
also
think
win.
Alpal should win.
We're talking about what Matt thinks. You
I win. Yes.
Good job. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume that it price charted around 11 to 13,000 because a lot of the stuff was valued under 10 or under 20, so we probably paid less than 30%. But after fees, still that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was 12,
That
which
is
obviously
12.
for percentage based, like percentage on price charting based on this box, we're probably paying like 85% of price charting for
Right.
that box. But for another box,
Well, the box was
could be
300 games.
30%.
Might be 30.
So yeah, I think it was around 12,000 is what the collections were, something like that.
Overall, I think I'm happy with it. It's just sometimes it takes a little bit more time to actualize, and that's a reality of offers that are made on collections for businesses in general. Like if it's going to take time to actualize it into liquid cash because the processing time is high, that's something that one should pay less for. And we still paid pretty strong on this one. We're gonna have to find some ways to get it moving. So we got some work to do. Let us know your thoughts on how we did with this collection. And if you want to sell us a collection, check out our website down below. Submit your collection or just work with us on the buy list. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Bye.